Right, at the woods with my dog. Let's have a bit of a walk and talk on let's do elections. There's a few going on around the world. Very controversial subject. Divides a lot of people. Is it all theatre? To me it seems odd that you got the UK elections. Farage hoisted his way up to the front. Seems to have taken over a lot of the votes, getting people back into the system of voting. You got Trump, apparently on last night's debate, with a massive swing, 67%, to Biden's 20, 22. It's definitely hanging Biden out to dry. What do people think is really going on? I've got my views. Are they running for the hills and sticking in saviours? Just duck under here. Saviours to some people. And Trump's definitely been, he's going to save the world. Farage has jumped on that one with his policies. I call them the conspiracy theorist policies, because probably only the conspiracy theorists or conspiracy researchers would know what most of them are. I spoke to Joe Public on the street, he won't even know who the WEF is, what CBDC is. It just seems very orchestrated, very planned to me. I don't know. I mean, if Trump takes up reign over there, they say Farage can't win because of our system. Well, we all know the system's broke. I don't see that one. I think it's sort of a spin. I see that one mainly just to get people voting. And then what? After the elections, what then? What do people think? I mean, we all know the financial side is done. The debt is unsustainable. They keep hanging it on and hanging it on. That was the whole point of COVID. Inject a load of money into the system easily. Wars, same reason. Back in 2019, the repo market was freezing up. I mean, we all want a new system, but we want our system, don't we? I don't know, I'm going to leave it to people to say their points. I'm just looking where I'm going to cut through here. Come on, mate. I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched any of the run up to it. I've seen clips of it on both sides. I see the one last night with Trump and Biden couldn't, even Trump said to him, you can't hold a sentence together. But if Trump had said, stopped it and called it and said what it is, that this guy's clearly not up to it, what the Democrats doing, putting up a candidate, he needs treatment, he's ill. I think he'll win over some more. This is why it's all theatre. We mustn't get caught up in it. Divided, that's what they want, divide us over everything. Forgot to mention, you've got the French elections currently going on with Macron. They're over just after our ones, the UK elections. be fair though, I think after the UK elections, French elections, sort of the month of July, we're going to be in some exciting times. I don't think it's going to be all joyful, but I think it's how we muddle our way through. But one thing we do know, this system that we live in at the minute, global one, is coming to an end, which is dictated by the financial markets, the financial system, sorry. Currencies now are running out. They've got no valuation to them, and this is why they called it the Great Reset, because they know that. I do have a view on this sort of must happen every couple of 100 years, and they know this. And they're doing everything in their power to, when the system does finally collapse, to stop the people rising up and saying, we need a system that doesn't do this. So then they obviously come in with their new system and say, look, this is what we do. But it's how much of that new system they can get away with, because it does appear that they've been controlling this whole thing for thousands of years. I mean, we had, back in the Robin Hood days, the kings and queens owned everything, the peasants lived out in the field. Well, this is what we were told. And something must have changed, because we got out of the fields and we all got houses. Well, in the Western world anyway. So we do take our power back, but then we hand it back to them. This is what, to me, appears to happen. And I think they know this, because it's played out so many times. And they're preparing themselves with all this stuff. CBDCs, tracking, so they can sort of have a head start on us when it all does reset, because I think it resets for everyone, them included. But if we do bend over and take their system fully on board, what they want to offer us, yeah, we are done. It would just be a case of standing up to these monsters and saying, no, we ain't having that. And we know we can do that, because they want to lock us down at the lot in 2022 over Christmas. But there was enough rumblings out there that they knew that people weren't going to obey to it. They couldn't show their weakness, so they gave in. One thing I will say about this voting thing, I feel people got impatient. We're all frustrated. We've all been there now. You know, how many people did you know before the nonsense 2020 could you have talked to about 9/11? Diana. So the nonsense did wake a lot of people up. A lot more people up, should we say. But still the masses who didn't get it will eventually. But because we've woken, I don't like the word woken, because we stand back and see things, we expect everyone else to see it quickly as well. I've often thought this, that we all say, oh, I'm done with them, there's no point. But 2018, 2019, I remember telling people about prepping put some food away. Oh, you're one of them. And some of them people that said it, now one of us. But moan about one of them. You just got to be patient, it's a long game. I think it all turns out good. I mean, some of there, the psychopaths, the cults, whatever you want to call them, so far out there, I don't think it can hold up. They push for everything and they take what they can get that we accept. That's how it works. I think it's always worked like that. That's why I have to lie about history. I mean, no one knows really, prior to 2, maybe 3 generations before you, what goes on, what went on. I think we just have to give these people time. Yeah, it's frustration while you're talking to them when they call you out as names. Well, I'm going to leave that with you, your thoughts of anyone's opinions on what they think.